Hello and welcome back to my videos. I'm Klepik and today we will be defacing public property together. This video will be a masterpiece of storytelling. The video itself is going to be terrible. I'm just going to say that now. Look at your screen. This footage is the best you're getting out of me. I am so sorry. Some of this was shot in the dark. Actually, a lot of it was. And all of it was done one-handed with my phone while I drew on a giant chalkboard. But I have a story to tell, a grand story of overcoming your past and spreading your art into the world once more. I hope to encourage you to do the same. So without further ado, I have a story to tell. Okay, so I'm hanging out with my friend. It's an awesome night and we're deciding what to do. We don't really want to spend money at the moment, so spontaneously I say, hey, let's go to my old elementary school. It's right down the street and for some reason I haven't been there in years. Years, despite it literally being right down the street. Was this fate calling my name? Fate to decide to go on that specific night with my friend to my old elementary school. Now, my elementary school has an open park policy, meaning that whenever it's not school hours, the park is open for the public. So we got in easy. Didn't even have to hop a fence. Not that I would. Not that I would have or anything like that. No way. While we were there, however, I saw a vision, a prophecy unfold, a legend from many years ago. There was a massive chalkboard to behold in front of me, and suddenly, I remembered myself from many years ago. I was 10 or so at the time, maybe 11, and my dad had given me a bag of chalk. It was during COVID, I think, and he told me to go use the chalk on the street. There was a purpose behind it, I'm sure, but I've long forgotten the reason. So I took the chalk, dutifully for my mission at hand, to cover the street in the most beautiful art anyone had ever seen from an 11-year-old and get so many compliments on how wonderful my work was. I would make magazines, TV, people would snap pictures of the work that I did. But I underestimated the difficulty of chalk. I underestimated how many colors I would actually need, and that mint green and violet was not enough to create a masterpiece on the hot, unforgiving asphalt. So halfway through, as I looked at my work and realized I had not in fact made a masterpiece, I cried. I cried and I ran back inside, forever giving up on that cruel medium. My work stayed on the street for a week, forcing me to look at the mess I've created, my embarrassing piece on display for the whole neighborhood to see. I think at one point I even brought a hose to the work, just to get rid of its mark on my little artistic name. That memory haunted me. That shame. All because of that cruel medium. But that chalkboard in front of me, it sparked something in me. A thought of redemption, a spark of hope that I could redeem my name to the public eye. So I vowed to come back, a bag of chalk in hand and a set of determination. That night, I begged my dad for chalk, any chalk. He said there was some in the laundry room, and when I approached, it was the same bag of chalk that had haunted me all those years ago. Not anymore though, I thought. I would conquer these sticks and prove myself. The next weekend, on a bright and early Sunday morning before the scathing heat set in, I walked to my elementary school. Same old bag in hand, and as soon as I got there, I set to work, the beautiful morning walk still lingering in my mind. The night before, I had looked up countless chalk tutorial videos, nervous but ready. I looked up inspiration on Pinterest as well, and settled on my first piece being Hatsune Miku. This was an elementary school, so I wanted to leave a positive message, and maybe indoctrinate a few kids into listening to Hatsune Miku, becoming obsessed with her, and making her their entire life, then getting merch of her, then going to concerts, and then becoming just like me. Long. Okay. And wet, apparently. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. I drew, though already struggling with the vertical surface, but I continued and continued until once more, just like many years ago, I backed away and my face dropped. Once again, I had not created a masterpiece. Once again, I came back with the same chalk and it crushed me again. The only solace I had was that this monstrosity was made by an unknown face. I was anonymous, and that was the only reason I didn't cry as I left the park. Crushed, after all these years, I was still the same kid drawing on unforgiving asphalt with a cruel set of pastels. As I walked home, however, bummed due to my shortcomings, a new emotion started to overtake me. Anger. Rage. Rage at that stupid medium. Rage at that dumb chalkboard. No. I stopped in my tracks. I stared down at that stupid bag of chalk in my hands. No, I said aloud. I would conquer this medium. I would go back. I would prove myself. I would be an artist for those little kids to look up at if it killed me. I would inspire some kid. I would inspire my past self. So I went back, this time on a Wednesday. It was dark, 7 or 8 p.m. as I walked. I wanted to escape the heat, so I would have to settle with the dark. Luckily, my phone had a flashlight to work with. Being. This time, I would draw bow. Flexing, of course. Yet, sadly not shirtless for this one because I didn't think that would be very appropriate for an elementary school. I started this time with a different plan. I would implement the hatching I usually did in my own art. I used the same chalk that I did last time, and I tried my best. But yet again, as I backed away, it was awful. Something wasn't right. It was too sketchy. Nothing looked completed. Was I scaling my works up too big? Was I not using the colors I had right? Maybe I needed new chalk, more colors, a fresh start. Yeah, that was it. Problem solved. Don't give up.
Yeah, man.
Don't give up.
Little girls like hearts.
The next time I hung out with my friends to work on dreaded college applications, I begged them to stop at a store so I could frolic around and look for chalk. It took more frolicking than expected because the chalk was hidden on a lower shelf, but I eventually found the holy grail of chalk. For $5, I got a massive bag of chalk with every color imaginable. It was beautiful, and I would not let it go to waste. The next day was Sunday, so I packed my bag as usual and headed out, mission in mind. This time I would play into the chalk theme. Chalk is supposed to be whimsical and fun, not cruel and difficult, so I would use my clown character Dottie for this one.
No.
I had brushed up on tutorials the night before, and as soon as I brought my white piece of chalk to the board for the sketch, I knew something was different. I was more confident this time. Somehow, I knew exactly what I was doing. The sketch was done, and color after color that I swirled and scratched around went perfectly down exactly how it should.
I hate chalk.
I scumbled, and I shaded, and somewhere in between, a group of little kids asked to join me. Of course I said yes, but I didn't want them using my brand new chalk because I am just a little selfish like that. So I gave them the old chalk. The chalk that gave me so many horrible pieces, and I hoped that somehow they would wield it how I couldn't. Of course, they didn't care if they made masterpieces. They were like 5. So they enjoyed that evil-ass chalk amongst themselves so that it didn't go to waste. Then, for the last time, I backed up from my work. I looked at it, and I was happy. I had done it. I had made a piece I truly enjoyed. It could be better, yes, but it was still a work of art. Little me would be proud. I was proud that after so many years, I had taken the time to learn the medium. More so though, the park was full of people full of faces that were looking at what I had done, and a few who even came up to compliment my work. I had redeemed myself not only for little me, but to the public as well. The public knew me again as a decent, if not good, artist. The unforgiving chalkboard had turned into a friend, and the cruel chalk had found new hands who didn't care if their works were beautiful or not. And I had finally fulfilled my years-long fate. Peace had become me. I can draw with chalk now, booyah! I bet your bottoms, oh no, you bet your bottoms that I'm gonna go back next week to draw more on that chalkboard. Do you know the ego boost I get when some random parent comes up to me and compliments my work like they'd put it on their own fridge? I love defacing public property! Excuse the terrible audio quality. I am currently in the car editing this outside of a store while my family's inside. Here's just like an overlay of videos of the final result of all my chalk drawings from the first, second, to the last one. I hope you like them. I really like the last one. Like not the first two, because those are low-key really bad. But the last one I think is pretty good. Can you tell I'm like stalling for time here to like give editing me, current me, enough time to like show the videos on screen? Okay, I think 45 seconds is enough. Bye. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm currently trying to grow my YouTube channel, so do be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to make me a very happy vandalist. Thank you so much for your support of my videos. It really does mean a lot to me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you next time, and goodbye!